Hey everyone, welcome! Today we're going on an awesome adventure through time, exploring the history of China. China is a huge country with big plains, tall mountains, and long rivers. For thousands of years, people have lived there, building one of the world's oldest civilizations. From the Yellow River to the Himalayan mountains, China's history is super interesting. We'll learn about emperors and cool inventions, art, and big ideas. We'll see how China changed over time, ruled by different dynasties like chapters in a history book. Each dynasty left its mark, shaping China into the country it is today. We'll also learn about the many different groups of people who live in China, each with its own special traditions. So get ready to explore the wonders of China's past. Our journey starts way back in time, around 1600 BCE, with the Shang dynasty. The Shang people were really good at making things out of bronze and had a special way of writing. They were also great warriors and knew a lot about the stars. After the Shang came the Zhou dynasty, which lasted a really long time, longer than any other dynasty in China. The Zhou dynasty is important because that's when two big ideas started: Confucianism and Taoism. These ideas are still important in China today. The Zhou also came up with the Mandate of Heaven, a way of saying why emperors should rule. This time period was really important for how China grew. Fast forward to 221 BCE. A new dynasty, the Qin, came to power. Qin Shi Huang, the emperor, brought all of China together under one rule. He created one government for the whole country, made sure everyone used the same weights and measures, and started building the Great Wall to keep out invaders. Even though the Qin dynasty didn't last long, it changed China a lot. After the Qin came the Han dynasty. The Han dynasty was a golden age for China. Art, writing, and technology all got better. This was also when the Silk Road opened, a long path that connected China to the west. Next up is the Tang dynasty, from 618 to 907 CE. Many people think this was the best time in Chinese history. The Tang dynasty was rich, art was everywhere, and people from different countries visited and shared ideas. Buddhism, a religion from India, became very popular. Two super important inventions came from this time: gunpowder and woodblock printing, which changed the world forever. Section 5. Cultural brilliance, the Song dynasty. The Song dynasty wasn't as good at fighting wars as the Tang, but it was a great time for art, culture, and the economy. The Song dynasty made lots of progress in science and technology. They built better ships and learned more about the stars. Neo-Confucianism, a new way of thinking about Confucianism, started during this time. It was all about being good and getting along with others. Landscape painting, poetry, and calligraphy also became very popular. Section 6. Foreign rule and native resistance, Yuan and Ming dynasties. In the 1200s, the Mongols, led by Kublai Khan, took over China and started the Yuan dynasty. More trade and cultural exchange happened between China and the West during this time. A famous traveler from Italy, Marco Polo, even visited China. Later, the Ming dynasty, led by Chinese people, took back control. The Ming dynasty built amazing things like the Forbidden City in Beijing. They also sent ships on long voyages all the way to Africa. Section 7. The last dynasty, the Qing dynasty. The last dynasty in China was the Qing dynasty, started by the Manchus in the 1600s. The Qing dynasty made China bigger by adding places like Tibet and Xinjiang. The economy was good and more people lived in China. But the Qing dynasty also had problems. There were fights within China, and other countries, especially from the West, were causing trouble. The Opium Wars and the Taiping Rebellion made the Qing dynasty weak, and it ended in 1911. Section 8. A tapestry of ethnicities, from Han to Uyghur. Most people in China are Han Chinese, but there are many other groups too. These groups, like the Zhuang, Hui, Manchu, and Uyghur, each have their own language, clothes, and traditions. They make China a more interesting and diverse place. The Zhuang people are known for their colorful weaving and music. The Hui people are mostly Muslim, and have been important traders for a long time. The Manchu people ruled China during the Qing dynasty. The Uyghur people are known for their music, dancing, and stories. Section 9. Conclusion: China's enduring legacy. From the ancient Shang to today, China has an amazing history. It's a story of how people can overcome challenges, be creative, and keep their culture alive. The dynasties that ruled China left behind amazing buildings, inventions, and ideas that are still important today. China's many different groups of people make its culture even richer and more interesting. As China continues to change, it will always remember its past. Learning about China's history helps us understand what China is like today and what it might be like in the future.